San Francisco and St. Louis here in game 909, 9-10. The Cardinals even up the series yesterday with a 6-0 win. Lance Lynn, an outstanding start for St. Louis. San Francisco still obviously without a lot of their key players. Now dropped to 3.5 games behind the LA Dodgers and 4.5 games out of the wild card. So it's going to be just as difficult almost for the Giants at this point to win the division as it is to get into the wild card spot. Today, Jaime Garcia for the Cardinals. He's been nothing short of spectacular. Chris Heston, the rookie for the Giants, who's been very good himself. They face off in this one. Heston's had 12 days worth of rest here. Interesting to note that you can look at that two different ways. Either Heston returns with some rust or Heston returns and throws the ball real well. Remember, Mike Fiers, a guy yesterday off of that huge 134 pitch no-hit effort, had extra days rest. Wondered a little bit about him. He came out and threw very well yesterday, so you can look at it either way. I'm not sure that there's a set way to look at this one with Heston. For Garcia, he's a guy who's been absolutely outstanding so far. In this month of August, Garcia's 3-0 with a 1.38 ERA. That covers 5 starts. He's absolutely one of the best road pitchers in the major leagues right now. 9-3 with a 1.65 ERA in his last 13 road outings. San Francisco, though, counters all of that with an outstanding lineup against left-handed pitching. San Francisco actually owns the best record in the major leagues against left-handed starters this year, 18-12. But you take a look at their batting average of 271 against lefties, 329 on base percentage, 717 OPS. They've done some damage against lefties. Now, again, we have to take into consideration the fact that Brandon Crawford and Hunter Pence have been part of that damage. Joe Panic, Angel Pagan, these guys have done and contributed to that number, and we don't see them in the lineup right now, so it's a little bit skewed in that regard, but still San Francisco has had some success with lefties here this season. Right now, the bettors just want to follow St. Louis's success. Garcia opened a -115. He's been bet all the way up to -130 in some places, just a shade under in most others. So you're looking at a pretty good 15-cent move on Garcia here in this game. Kind of tough to argue it. I will say this, though. Chris Heston has been extremely good this season. He's been good at keeping his team in games. And for St. Louis, that bullpen concern definitely exists in game 3 of a series. Take a look at what's happened to St. Louis over the course of the first 2 games in this one. Randy Choate now has thrown 3 straight games. Now, Randy Choate's a guy who comes in from the left side, only pitches to 1 batter, so for him to come in and throw 4 more pitches, probably not that difficult. Seth Maness has thrown 3 straight days now, and you're going to have to worry about the 9th inning. Do you go back to Kevin Segrist, who failed on Friday? Do you try and go to Jonathan Broxton? He had thrown 2 consecutive days, got yesterday off. I think this bullpen is in a bit of flux, and San Francisco definitely in a better shape to win this game late if it is a close contest. For Chris Heston, so far, like I say, it's been a pretty good season for him. He's not much of a strikeout pitcher, though, and that becomes a bit of a concern. St. Louis very good at making contact, and we know they're good at situational hitting, so Heston could be a guy that they find favorable in this matchup. I think you need to know also with Jaime Garcia, no home runs allowed in his last 32 2/3 innings. Very important. He keeps the ball in the park. San Francisco is not going to get anything quickly in this game. They're going to have to earn it off of Garcia. So I gotta say, bettors love the Cardinals in this contest. I think San Francisco puts up a real good fight, and I think San Francisco definitely is live late in the ball game. It's a reason why I didn't play it. The Giant bullpen could win this one for them. The total in this contest opened 6.5. It's gone up to 7. Don't have much of a play there. Once again, I don't have a real good read on this game, but bettors seem to love the St. Louis side. As we speak right now, St. Louis continuing to get bet, so you can see them up as high as minus $1.33 right now. Bettors like it. I'm going to lay off it. We'll see how this one turns out.